Okay, I'm going to give a quick demonstration on how I lubricate gear cables. So I've inserted the cables into the shifter here. Don't panic that it's done this thing where it's moved. It won't kink it. But particularly with these shifters where the cable goes in through the side, when you shift, the cable is being pulled round a bend. And with the new 11-speed stuff that goes in here and around here, or rather in here and around here, it's particularly important to use this technique to stop them from fraying. So if ever you've had a road bike and you've snapped the head off the cable, this will prevent it. So to lubricate the cables, we've got two kinds of grease. One is Slick Honey. Most people know about that. That's our cable lube. The second is just regular grease. And we're going to grease the first inch of the cable, like so, 1.5 inches. Same with this side. So get it on all sides, and all I'm using here is a piece of cable. I like to put an end on it just to make it nice and easy to use. We'll put that back. You don't have to use this green grease. This is just, we're here at the Salvos, and somebody would have donated this grease, or we would have needed to order it from somewhere. So originally that was white marine grease. It's now green because we've added another kind of grease to it. So then what we do is we, with one hand, not with one hand, hang on. So we just pull the cable through, make sure it's seated properly by shifting the shifter. Yep, that's good. And then we've got to do the other side. So, see how it's not quite in properly? I'll just get it in there. Sorry about the camera flipping and flopping around. There we go, cable's in. I'll just wipe off my excess grease. And that will protect the cable when it gets pulled around, because it's the friction of the shifter and that cable rubbing that causes them to break. Then we take Slick Honey and we just get like a small dab like this on the end of our finger. And this is what's called stringing the cable. So we string the cable on all sides, the length of the outer cable, like so. And we'll do the other side. So we'll string that side, like so. Then we take the cable and we put it through the correct side. Now, at this point, it's a good opportunity to check your cable ends. Quite often, people's bikes will have non-genuine Shimano cable ends. I don't use any other cable end other than Shimano. I even use Shimano ones on SRAM bikes, just because SRAM are metal and the edge of the cable can rub on it, causing a bit of friction sometimes if you've got a tight bend. But look, there's nothing really wrong with SRAM cable ends. Same with Campag as well. They use metal ones. But my preference is to use Shimano cable ends. So we'll pull that through. Okay, make sure it's seated properly up there. Now, the next trick is when we come down here, we line up to the cable where the where this little guide is at the bottom, And it's good practice just to rub a bit of the slick honey on the part that's going to run through the guide, like so, so that when the cable comes through the cable guide at the bottom and up to the front derailleur, it feels all nice. So some people will drip oil down the cable outer. The reason that's no good is because it'll work great for 2 weeks and then the oil will disappear and the cable will be stiff again. So thick grease on the ends to prevent the head from snapping off. Slick honey for inside the cable. In fact, Shimano Inner also comes with a type of grease on the inside, but it is good practice and makes the cable stay smooth for longer by stringing them by hand with slick honey. Or a similar, Shimano stuff is like white. If you've got that SP41 Shimano grease, same thing as the slick honey. So yeah, if you think that was useful, click the like button. If you want to see more of my crappy videos, click subscribe, and thank you for watching.